Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I just read The Lost and the Damned by Guy Haley, and
It was cringe, father.
no joke, if you would have told me that Alpha Busa and his gang of misfits had written a Siege of Terra parody, and this was it, then I would have believed it. This book has Rogel Dorn as a grumpy old grandpa on the edge of a meltdown, as he in vain tries to keep his two brothers to follow sane military strategies, but Jagged Eye tells him to go fuck himself and starts charging around on his jet bike, while Sanguinius makes the great argument that his wings are far too fabulous for him to be contained in the palace, after which he goes flying through the middle of the most dangerous war zone in the galaxy. Not that things are far better in the traitor camp, however, as all the Dark Primarchs spend their time bickering about who gets to attack the planet first. Angron doesn't get much further than shouting and growling throughout the entire Discord call until Abaddon actually mutes him. Mortarion, who is on the Vengeful Spirit, lets a fart which provokes a bout of projectile vomiting among the Mournival. Hell, Exament even runs away to cry in a corner while choking on his own bloody vomit. Fulgrim finds all of this funny as shit and is giggling all throughout the entire affair, and then I'm not even mentioning Magnus, who can't even be bothered to show up. Oh yeah, and there's also Perty, who has started stuttering and starts shouting I whenever someone tries to claim credit for something he was remotely involved in. For some reason, Guy Haley decided that Abaddon was the only character who was allowed to have a brain in this book. The human scenes, on the other hand, were the polar opposite for some reason. It's a story of citizens pulled from their homes and dumped in front lines. Trenches filled with rivers of blood, ash and vomit, endless waves of mutants, endless torrents of bombs, and a complete lack of hope, as radiation poisoning will kill off anyone who survives the siege anyways. So yeah, while all of the Astartes and Primarch stuff in this book was laughably retarded, the side plot was actually really cool. It's about this citizen who gets put in one of the cannon fodder regiments and sent to hold the front line. But not everyone in this regiment is who they seem, and the Alpha Legion is very much up to no good here. There's also a ton of Attack on Titan references in this section for some reason, but yeah, except the fact that this grimdark mystery feels completely out of place when compared to the rest of the novel, I quite enjoyed it. One other highlight is the war scenes. Especially compared to the Solar War, this book does a much better job of describing the war itself. Both in terms of scale and progression, the start of the siege really does feel like a massive engagement and plenty of attention was paid to the important events. Haley also did a good job of portraying the war as a horrific trench war with all sorts of horrific monsters and weaponry. Or at least he does until a Primarch shows up. Then Haley seems to start channeling his inner Matt Ward and goes full retard. Talking about full retard, I'm also going to give a bonus point for Lycorphus of the 8th Legion. Yes, that is the same guy as from the Nightlord trilogy, and he is also in this novel. He only has one piece of input throughout the entire novel, but it is so unbelievably dumb and in character that it had me laughing out loud for quite a while. See, everyone's focused on glory, vengeance, or warfare, but not Burboy over here. He has far more pressing concerns. I won't spoiler it as it quite ruins the joke, but if you decide to read it, you will agree with me that this part's amazing. But yeah, in the end, I'm a bit confused on what to rate this novel. As a parody, it's great. The book is a bit like Kung Fury, so unbelievably dumb that it becomes good again. On the other hand, as the Siege of Terra book, this kinda blows. Sure, there are some great battle scenes and the human plot is excellent, but every time a Primarch enters the stage, it just completely falls apart. I guess I will give this 3 to 5 Sulking Cringe Lords. I mean, it could be 5 to 5 if you're looking for a book that takes the piss at everyone and everything in the setting. Or maybe it's like a 1 out of 5 for you if you wanted a dark and serious war novel. But yeah, I'll go with 3 out of 5 for now. Anyways, that was all I got for you today.
If you liked this video, please consider subscribing and click ringing the bell to appease the Great Horned Rat. For more lore content, please check my main channel and leave any book recommendations in the comments down below. I gotta get back to reading the next book.